Hello friends, welcome to Affairs Cloud. We learn to lead. My name is Vikas. So friends, in this video we'll be looking at the important current affairs in the defense section of the February month. The questions covered or the topics covered in this video are very important. Do watch the video till the end and do take note of all the additional information provided in this video that will help you a lot in preparation as well as while revision. So let's start with the video. But before that, we have something interesting to tell you about. We have an app by the name Carriers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. Once you have downloaded the app, you will open the app and you will see this type of screen. In this, you can go and log in with your Google account, that is your Gmail ID. Then once you have logged in, then you will be moved to the this page where you can see a window. If you click on the current affairs section here, then you will be move to this page. Now this is where magic happens. This is the course where there are two courses provided by us. First, you should know it is of 1 year and 2 years, so choose your course accordingly. What we are providing and what is the reason behind that you should purchase course of current affairs from us, and what are the important details about it. First thing, you should know that we provide you current affairs in both English and Hindi. Okay. Also, we provide you here current affairs daily. PDFs are provided daily. The important factor here to remember is we are providing PDF to you daily. Okay, that contains question answers of the daily current affairs. They are explained in a much easy way where you can grasp the knowledge and do your revision. Okay, apart from app, we provide you with question answers. Then on every day we provide you 20 question answers quiz, daily 20 questions quiz. So imagine how much it will benefit you in your preparation. Then we provide you same thing for weekly. In weekly we take a quiz of 50 questions. Then question answers of week, we provide you a book. PDF is provided you weekly of the compiled questions of the whole week. Similarly for monthly also, ebook is given, your quizzes are taken, question answers PDF. Then apart from it, we also help you to prepare for banking papers. All the banking exams you can go refer to our videos and our courses here. You can see here the we provide you banking and economic quiz of 157 questions. Okay, then topic wise PDFs are covered. As you can see, we are making videos on indexes and reports, important days, the books and authors, all the events that are taking place in individual months. So these PDFs are provided to you and they will help you a lot in your preparation for journal awareness, your journal studies, as well as for current affairs. Then you can see we also provide you current affairs for state wise current affairs are provided to you. All you have to do is go and purchase the course. If you are a new aspirant, you can take course for 2 years, and if you are a previous aspirant and you have continued your preparation, then you can choose the course as per your wish. Another additional information you should know while buying the course, if you use the code Vikas10, and we have bought this code just for you, use the code Vikas10 and my friends, you will be getting straight 10% discount on the purchase you made. So friends, let's start. The first topic we'll be looking at is Yudh Abhyas. Yudh Abhyas is a military exercise between India and USA. India and USA. Alright, Yudh Abhyas. It was conducted in Rajasthan. It was conducted in Rajasthan. Remember, we will be taking the one-liner of all the news, and these are the one-liners and these are the questions that are asked in your exams. All right, nothing else, nothing definition, no long paragraphs will be asked. These are the particular information that can be asked in your exam. So do take a note of all this information. Yudh Abhyas conducted between India and USA. Where was it conducted? It was conducted in Rajasthan. All right, and in Rajasthan also, if you want to remember, it was conducted at Mahajan Field Firing Range. Mahajan Field Firing Range. It is in Rajasthan. All right, then if we talk about India, from India, which battalion took part in this Yudh Abhyas? It was the 11th battalion. It was the 11th battalion of Jammu and Kashmir Rifles. This was the battalion from India that took part in Yudh Abhyas. And if we talk about USA, from USA, it was your 2nd Battalion and 3rd Infantry Regiment of 1-2 Striker Brigade Combat Team. Just remember, 1-2 Striker Brigade Combat Team. From India, 11th Battalion of Jammu and Kashmir Rifles, and from USA, it was your 1st and 2nd Striker Brigade Combat Team that took part in this exercise. Alright, remember Brigadier Mukesh Bhanwala welcomed the US contingent during this exercise. If we look at some of the other related news from this topic, is the 2 other exercise that you should know. Sea Vigil, we just saw in the last video. This is an exercise conducted by Indian Navy along the coast of India and along the exclusive economic zone. Second was your Desert Night. Desert Night 21. Desert Night 21 was an exercise between India and France. Alright, next. And this exercise is regarding, Rafale jets. So don't get confused in it. Alright, this was your Yudh Abhyas. Yudh Abhyas was a military exercise between India and USA. It was conducted in Rajasthan, Mahajan Field Firing Range. India's battalion that took part in this exercise was 11th Battalion of Jammu and Kashmir Rifles, and from USA it was your Striker Brigade Combat Team. Sea Vigil and Desert Night was exercise conducted by Indian Navy. Sea Vigil and Desert Night was conducted by the Indian and between India and French Air Force. This was your for Desert Night was your for Air Force. Don't get confused, don't mix the questions. So it can be a tricky sometimes, but consistent revision of these topics will help you a lot. Okay, you just take the notes in a one-liner format. Don't make 3-4 line notes of a single topic. These one word, single word notes or the one-liner notes are the best way or the best strategy to tackle the government exams. Alright, or the particular this is current affairs or the GS section. Next is our Tropex. Tropex 21. So Tropex 21. The full form of Tropex you should know. It is theater level operational readiness exercise. Theater level operational readiness exercise. This is Tropex. Alright, and Tropex is remember regarding this Tropex only, Indian Navy conducted it. Conducted by Indian Navy. Then Indian Navy's largest war game. It was Indian Navy's largest war games. Tropex 21. Theater level operational ready exercise full form. Conducted by whom? Conducted by Indian Navy. And if the question is what was the name of the largest war games conducted by Indian Navy, it is Tropex. Then next question can be where this Tropex exercise is being conducted. It is conducted in Indian Ocean. So see, Tropex is just one and see so many questions coming out of it. Alright, Tropex. Then remember next Tropex if we talk about the exercise started in January, ended in the 3rd week of February. Not that important, just a thing you should revise. Then the conduct of Tropex is being supervised by Naval Headquarters with participation from all the 3 commands of the Indian Navy and the Tri-Services Command headquartered at Port Blair. So the headquarter of this particular exercise Tropex is at Port Blair, and all the 3 commands of Indian Navy and Tri-Service Commands headquartered at Port Blair. They are keeping a check on it. Alright, so next if we talk about some of the related news is relating Malabar exercise. This is gaining very much importance recently in news. Why? Malabar exercise. Remember when Malabar comes, you should just think about Quad countries. Who are the 4 Quad countries? It is India, USA, Japan, and Australia. These are the four countries together performing an exercise by the name Malabar to tackle the power or the presence of China in the Indo-Pacific region. All right, that makes Malabar important. Then, if we talk about Indian Navy, Karambir Singh is the Chief of Navy Staff, and the integrated headquarter of Navy is in New Delhi. Let's move to the next. Next, we'll be looking at is another exercise by the name PASEX. PASEX 21. PASEX is a sequence or a series of exercise that India conducts with the neighboring friendly countries. This year, this was conducted between India and Indonesia. All right, India and Indonesia in 2021. From India, remember, from India, INS Talwar took part in it. INS Talwar was the Indian Navy ship that took part in this PASEX exercise 2021. These exercises are basically to improve the relations or to strengthen the relation between the two countries. So from Indonesia, if we talk about from Indonesia, it was your KRI Bung Tomo. From India, INS Talwar was the ship that took part in the PASEX exercise, and from Indonesia, it was your KRI Bung Tomo. Next thing you should know about it, that it was conducted in Arabian Sea. This exercise was conducted in Arabian Sea. All right. Important thing is these are the particular information that are very important regarding this. PASEX 21, India and Indonesia. PASEX are basically the exercises that India conduct with the neighboring friendly countries. All right. From India, it was INS Talwar, and from Indonesia, it was KRI Bung Tomo ship that took part in this sea, and it was the Arabian Sea where this exercise was conducted. All right. Moving to the next. Pakistan. Some important resolution. This and the coming topic will also be related to Pakistan. Let's look at it. Ghaznavi. Ghaznavi is a ballistic missile. And the important thing to remember about Ghaznavi is that it is nuclear capable surface to surface missile. All right. First thing, nuclear capable missile. It is a Ghaznavi is a nuclear capable missile. Second thing, surface to surface missile. All right. There are two things, surface to air and surface to surface. So Ghaznavi is surface to surface ballistic missile. All right. Important thing. Who test fired this missile? It was test fired by Pakistan's Armed Strategic Forces Command. Armed Strategic Forces Command of Pakistan test fired this missile Ghaznavi. All right. Next thing remember about it, it is a hypersonic missile. It is a hypersonic missile. All right. And it has been named after the 11th century Muslim Turkic conqueror Mahmud of Ghaznavi. All right. This missile is named after Mahmud of Ghaznavi. But that's not that important. Important thing is another two missiles but named Gauri and Shaheen. Just remember the names. Can be further asked. All right. Let's revise it once again. Ghaznavi, nuclear capable surface to surface missile developed by Pakistan's Armed Army Strategic Forces Command, and it is a hypersonic missile. All right. Remember Ghaznavi. Then coming to next missile is your Babar. All right. Babar is your multi-tube missile launch vehicle. Babar is your surface to surface missile. First thing, surface to surface missile. All right. First thing, this is important. It is related to Pakistan. All right. This missile is capable, as we saw, it is surface to surface missile. So it is capable of hitting the targets within a range of 450 kilometers. and this the high precision can be 450 to 490. So in between this will lack. All right. Babar, we saw Ghaznavi. Just remember, revise all them. Babar, Ghaznavi. Ghaznavi is a surface to surface missile and it is a nuclear capable missile. All right. Its range can be of 290 kilometer. We just saw its range right here. Its range can be of 290 kilometers. Another thing. All right. Ghaznavi. Then there is another missile by the name Shaheen. Shaheen 3. Shaheen 3 is also your surface to surface missile. Surface to surface missile. All right, with a range of 2750 kilometer. Apart from it, remember another a launch vehicle, multi-launch vehicle Fateh 1. It is a guided multi-launch rocket system. This was also test fired recently by Pakistan. So Babar, surface to surface missile, developed by Pakistan. Range is 450 to 490 kilometers. Of Ghaznavi, it is also surface to surface missile. Range is 290 meters. It is a nuclear capable missile. And Shaheen is your surface to surface missile with a range of 2750 kilometer. And Fateh 1 is a guided multi-launch rocket system that was recently test fired by Pakistan. So these are some of the equipments or missiles and the rocket launchers of Pakistan that we were discussing. All right. Next is your anti-tank guided missile systems. Two anti-guided missile systems developed by DRDO. They are Helena and Dhruvastra. Dhruvastra. All right. We will come back to them individually later. First, remember this, they have been successfully test fired by DRDO. All right, their successful trial has been conducted by DRDO. If we talk about Helena, Helena is for army. Dhruvastra is for air force. Remember this. Helena is for army, Dhruvastra is for air force, and they are the anti-tank guided missiles. They are anti-tank guided missiles. If we talk about English pronunciation of missile, it is not missile, it is missile. All right, so anti-tank guided missile, but we'll call it missile, so that's fine. Developed by DRDO, Helena and Dhruvastra, developed by DRDO, they are anti-tank guided missiles. Helena is for army, Dhruvastra is for air force. All right, Helena has a range of up to 7 kilometers. It is, remember, important thing that you should know about Helena is this is third generation, and this has a system by the name LOBL. LOBL is your lock on before launch. Lock on before launch. This means when this missile is fired, before firing it, the target on which we are expecting it to hit will be locked before the launching itself. And when it is launched, this missile will directly go and hit that particular target. We won't be hitting it like searching for a needle in a haystack. We won't be firing it like that. We will be having a particular lock on target before, and then we will be firing this particular anti-tank guided missile. These are particular anti-tank guided missiles are basically these are the missiles that will destroy particular tanks or the enemy tanks coming from a range. All right, so this was Helena. Another thing remember about Helena is that Helena is one of the most advanced anti-tank weapons in the world, and Helena army version will be used in Indian Army's ALHS such as Rudra, Dhruv and its light combat helicopters being built by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, as we see. Alright, so these are the missiles that are being developed indigenously by DRDO, and Dhruvastra will be given to Air Force and Helena will be given to Army. Alright, so this was your Helena and Dhruvastra. Moving on to next. Next is your VL, vertical launch, short range, surface to air missile. As I said, vertical launch, short range, surface to air missile. The name itself gave three questions. This missile is a vertically launched. This will be launched vertically. This missile is short range. This is a surface to air missile. All right. Next thing, it will be successfully test fired. It was successfully test fired at off the coast of Odisha. Another thing can be asked, VLSR SAM, where was it successfully test fired? Off the coast of Odisha. Alright, next thing, this is developed by DRDO and this is also indigenously developed. Indigenously developed, if the question, remember these things, like if you are preparing for UPSC or any state's PSC exam, so these things, this information can come handy as if a question is being asked related to your Make in India initiative. So there you can put up these defense equipments and mark that these are in particular sector, defense sector, this particular missile was indigenously developed by the DRDO that will enhance our or make our defense stronger. All right, then their short range, as it said, it is a short range, so the range is of 50 to 40 to 50 kilometers itself. All right, then it is a surface to air missile and will provide defense against the various aerial targets like jets, fighter aircrafts, unmanned air vehicles, that is your drones. Basically this will tackle all the aerial objects that are coming from the enemy side. So this is surface to air, and if it is surface to surface, that means that will tackle all the cars, all the people, all the building that are present on the ground. All right, so now moving on to the next. Next we'll be looking at is our Navdex and IDEX. Navdex, these are the two exhibitions, Navdex and IDEX. These are the two exhibitions, military exhibitions that took part in or that was hosted in United Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi. All right, Indian Navy took part in it. And the most important question that can be framed from this is, which ship from Indian Navy took part in Navdex and IDEX? It was your INS Pralay. This is very important. INS Pralay took part in Navdex and IDEX. If we talk about Navdex, Navdex is your naval defense exhibition and IDEX is your international defense exhibition. Both are conducted by Abu Dhabi in UAE and they both are funded by the state itself, that is your Abu Dhabi. All right, so they are giving the capital that you organize these exercises. Then another thing to remember that as Indian Navy participated in this exhibition, so the ties between Indian Navy and United Arab Emirates have been strengthened and they have become more strong. All right, another thing to remember about is that and another military bilateral Navy exercise earlier in 2018 was conducted between Indian Navy and UAE Navy, that by the name Gulf Star 1. Alright, then remember another information, INS Mysore, an indigenously guided missile destroyer, made a port call at Abu Dhabi, UAE from 1922 to 2021 February. So INS Mysore was also present there, that is a indigenously built guided missile destroyer. If we look at some news about Navdex, is that Navdex is a Middle East region leading naval defense maritime security exhibition. It is organized by IDEX LLC in association with the UAE Armed Force General Headquarters. Navdex is a platform wherein international naval defense and maritime security companies showcase their technologies and services to an international audience. IDEX is the only international defense exhibition and conference in the MENA. MENA is your Middle East and North African region. This is your MENA. All right, Middle East and North African region. It is a platform for establishing and strengthening the relationship with the government departments, businesses, and armed forces in that region. It is organized by capital events with full supports of the UAE armed forces. It takes place biennially at the Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Center, Abu Dhabi. As it said, it takes place biennially at the this center. So it is conducted by Abu Dhabi, as I just said. All right. So this was your Navdex and IDEX. Important thing, don't get confused. All right, just don't get confused. They both are same. The question directly that will be asked is that the important one is INS Pralay. Indian Navy participated it. It was in UAE, Abu Dhabi, but which Indian ship participated was INS Pralay. So mark it most important. All right. Then moving on to the next exercise. Not the exercise, we'll be looking at a plant. India has recently inaugurated a plant of Tejas fighter jets. ठीक है, Tejas fighter jet plants. This was inaugurated in Bengaluru. First thing. Second thing, who inaugurated it? It was inaugurated by Rajnath Singh. All right. Remember, who is building these Tejas plant or Tejas rockets that are light combat aircraft? Light combat aircraft Tejas are built by HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. They are building these plant in Bangalore. All right. Remember, earlier before being built of this plant, there were only 8 Tejas fighters were being developed per year in India. And after developing of this plant, of the Tejas plant, now 16 Tejas fighter jets will be developed per year. So the amount of the production will be doubled now. All right. Important thing is this also. So this was your second LCA Tejas plant. And remember, yes, this is your second plant in India. First plant was developing 8 Tejas jet, and now after this the production will be doubled. Now 16 Tejas light combat aircraft Tejas will be developed in India. So moving on to the last news of today, that is also regarding a missile by the name Arrow 4. It is being built by Israel with the help of USA, and it is your anti-ballistic missile. Anti-ballistic missile. All right, anti-ballistic missile. Remember, Arrow 4 is the updated version of Arrow 2 and Arrow 3, and Boeing, the American Aerospace and Defense Company, and Elbit Systems are also helping the Israel aerospace industries for developing this Arrow 4 ballistic missile. Apart from it, remember, Israel now became the 4th country to have an anti-ballistic missile. Earlier, the countries that were having anti-ballistic missiles are USA, Russia, and India. And now the list has also been joined by Israel. All right, Israel. So guys, this was your question. These were your important topics, or the related to defense sector, the missiles, your spacecrafts, or your different things related to defense exercises that were conducted. So friends, this is a quick revision of everything we just saw. The first is Yudh Abhyas. It is between India and USA, conducted in Rajasthan, Mahajan Field Firing Range. From India, 11th Battalion of Jammu and Kashmir Rifles took part, and from USA it was 1-2 Striker Brigade Combat Team. Apart from it, remember, Sea Vigil was an Indian Navy exercise. It was conducted along the coastline of India and in the exclusive economic zone. Next was your Desert Night. It was an Air Force exercise in which India and France took part, and the Rafale craft was showcased during this exercise. Next is your Tropex 21. It is a theater level operational readiness exercise. This is the full form of Tropex. It was conducted by Indian Navy. It is one of the largest war games conducted by Indian Navy. It was held in Indian Ocean, and the headquarter of this particular exercise is in Port Blair. Malabar exercise is one of the most important exercise in which Quad countries take part. Quad countries are your India, USA, Japan, and Australia. They are conducting this exercise in the Indo-Pacific region, so they can tackle the growing power of China in the Indo-Pacific region. Next is your PASEX. PASEX 21 is the series of Indian exercise that is conducted by India, in which India along with its neighboring countries took part in the maritime or the navy exercises. In this time in 2021 it was conducted between India and Indonesia, in which the INS Talwar ship of India took part, and from Indonesia it was your KRI Bung Tomo. This was exercise was conducted in Arabian Sea. Next is your Ghaznavi missile. Ghaznavi missile is a nuclear capable missile developed by Pakistan. And from Pakistan, it is a Ghaznavi is a surface to air missile. It was test fired by the Pakistan's Army Strategic Forces Command. It is a hypersonic missile and the range is of 290 km. Another missiles are Gauri and Shaheen. Another thing about Pakistan is a Babar missile, that is a surface to surface missile. It is from Pakistan. Ranges of 450 to 490 km. And another missile was just we saw Ghaznavi. Ghaznavi is also a surface to surface ballistic missile. Then there is Shaheen. Shaheen is also surface to surface missile. Range is of 2750 km and range of Ghaznavi is 290 kilometers. Then another thing that was test fired recently by Pakistan was Fateh 1 guided missile launch rocket system. Alright, then moving on to next. Next is your Helena and Dhruvastra. Helena is a missile. They both are missiles. Basically, these are anti-tank guided missiles. Both are developed by DRDO. Helena is of for army and Dhruvastra is of Air Force, as just mentioned here. Alright, then if we talk about Helena, Helena's range is of 7 kilometers. It is a third generation missile, and Helena consists of LOBL. LOBL is your lock on before launch system. Alright, then next is your VL, vertical launch short range surface to air missile. This means this is launched vertically, it is a short range and it is a surface to air missile. That means it will be helping Indian Army or Indian Air Force to basically tackle the aerial objects such as drones, fighter crafts and other things. It has been test fired off the coast of Odisha and developed by DRDO. It is a short range of 40 to 50 kilometers. Next is your Navdex and IDEX. These are your exhibition. Both are held in UAE, Abu Dhabi. In this, Indian Navy took part, and the most important question becomes is which Navy ship took part in the Navdex and IDEX exhibitions. It was your INS Pralay. Alright, INS Pralay, important one. Then next is a Tejas power plant has been Tejas light craft aircraft has been this plant for Tejas aircrafts has been built in Bangalore, inaugurated by Rajnath Singh. Tejas is a light compact aircraft. This is being built by HAL, that is your Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Earlier there was just one plant and this is the second plant. Before this plant the manufacturing rate was 8 aircrafts per year, and now after being built this plant the rate of manufacturing will be doubled and 16 aircrafts per year will be developed by India. Next is your and the last important topic is Arrow 4. Arrow 4 is a anti-blasting missile that is being developed by Israel with the help of USA. In this, Boeing company and Elbit system will also be helping them to develop Arrow 4. And Arrow 4, remember, it is an anti-blasting missile, and Israel has become the fourth country in the world after USA, Russia and India to have this particular anti-blasting missiles. Alright. So friends, that was our video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like the video, do hit the like button. Share the link of the video with your friends so that more and more viewers can help and be benefited from this video. If you are new to our channel, do hit the subscribe button. This will motivate us to provide a better information and a better content in upcoming videos. If you guys have any problem related to the content we provide, or if any problem related to the application that you are facing, you can contact us on the number provided here and our team will get back to you as soon as possible. So that's all for the day. Vikas signing off.